The woman jolted awake from her sleep and found that the baby she had just given birth to had already been swapped by her husband and a scheming woman to get her own baby back. She pretended to be exhausted and said she needed rest. After the scumbag left the room, she quietly carried the baby to the scheming woman's room and switched them back. Turns out the woman had been reborn. In her past life she raised the child with all her love and effort, only to learn on her deathbed that the son she raised was actually the illegitimate child of her husband and the scheming woman, and her biological son had long died in torment. What's worse, the son she raised ordered others to ruin her reputation. In the end the woman died in humiliation and despair. Perhaps the heavens pitied her tragic fate and gave her a second chance at life. When she opened her eyes again, she was back on the day she gave birth. She picked up the baby and checked, only to realize her child had already been swapped. That's when she made the move to switch them back. 3 days later, the scheming woman saw the wife and scumbag getting close. Filled with jealousy, she took it out on the baby. She came to the wife, scolding the baby in her arms non-stop, thinking it was the wife's real child, but still praised the wife's baby in front of everyone. Just then the wife suddenly stood up and declared that the baby would take her surname and inherit the family title and fortune. The scumbag turned pale with rage when he heard this. He still thought the baby by her side was his and the scheming woman's child, but when he thought of the title and the fortune, he swallowed his anger and said nothing more. The scheming woman, out of spite, gave her own child a name that meant servant, vowing he would live a life of servitude. The wife then used the baby's noble status as an excuse and ordered the scheming woman to move to a remote courtyard to avoid tarnishing her son's reputation. The scheming woman was furious but had no choice and had to move out. Soon after, the scumbag sneaked over to comfort her. The two were getting intimate when the wife's maid stumbled upon them. She reported everything honestly after returning. After hearing the report, the wife decided to warn them. She went to the scheming woman's door, pushed it open and entered. The scheming woman panicked and ran up to greet her. The wife pretended to care and asked if she was looking for something. The scheming woman lied and said she was chasing a mouse, but the scumbag, hiding in the wardrobe, got his clothes caught in the door and was discovered by the wife. She smiled knowingly, then ordered her maid to help the scheming woman catch the mouse. The maid set down her things and was about to start, but was blocked by the scheming woman. The wife slowly approached the wardrobe. The scumbag inside didn't dare make a sound. The scheming woman was extremely nervous. Just as the wife reached for the door, the scheming woman stepped in front of her, insisting she would catch the mouse herself. The scumbag inside was scared out of his mind. The wife sneered coldly, then turned away from the wardrobe. As she sat down for tea, she said she had come to bring clothes for the scheming woman, then turned to leave. Before walking out, she reminded her to catch the mouse soon, or she might get hurt. The scheming woman was furious. Once the wife left, she quickly opened the wardrobe. The scumbag stumbled out in embarrassment. 18 years flew by. It was now the coming-of-age ceremony for the wife's son. As tradition dictated, a royal princess would attend to grant him his title. The wife solemnly reminded her son to behave well. By now he had grown into a graceful young man. The scheming woman heard the news and happily came to celebrate. She walked up to the wife's son with fake enthusiasm, praised his outstanding presence, and pulled out a large gold collar as a gift. But at the